Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Jasmy update. It's day number 1035 of the bear market, and I can tell you that we are really getting super close to the conclusion of this bear market, and I'm really super excited today to be making this video because you know what we've been waiting for is finally showing signs of life, right? So before we get into the content, I just want to remind you that I'm going to be giving away 100,000 Jasmy tokens to 3 lucky winners. So each winner is going to be walking away with something like 13,000 Jasmy tokens. And according to my TA, that could actually turn out to be something like $33,000 if everything really goes well on the Jasmy price at Perry. So that giveaway is going to be on the 1st of January 2024 in a live stream. We are going to be using a random name picker. So all you have to do to participate in that is make sure that you are subscribed to the channel and you have commented at least once in any of our videos. We are collecting those usernames, putting them in a spreadsheet, and as I've said already, we're going to be using them in a random name picker to pick up 3 lucky winners. We're going to be walking away with 33,000 Jasmy tokens each, right? So yeah, without me running more too much, let's get back into the video. So what we were looking for here for the last couple of days obviously has been a 25% pump to the upside, and the condition that is required here is a close above something like $0.0065 for Jasmy. The reason being that there is an important fib level that is there right here. So if you grab a fib retracement too from the very top to the bottom here, you can see that we are still fighting that 0.702 fib retracement level there. Once we have a break and close above this level here, I'm actually going to be opening a long position. I'm going to be posting all the details related to that trade, right? So if you're interested in trade alerts, feel free to join my Patreon here. You can see, for example, the trade that we just took, I mean, a few hours ago, is already up something like 14%, and there's still way much more to come, right? So if you're interested, feel free to check it out. The link will be down there in the comment section or somewhere there, right? But going back to the adjustment percent, we can still see that, yes, we haven't had a break and close above that level here, but we've got good indications across the market. For example, let's take a look at Bitcoin, and you can see that on a 4-hourly time frame, Bitcoin was actually finding difficulty right around the same level here. Take a look at this: rejected by the 702, rejected by the 702, and it finally managed to break that 702 fib retracement level. This is when you saw the market waking up. So this is an important fib level in my own opinion, and once that happens for the Jasmy price, obviously we are in for some great price action. That's not the only thing, obviously. Remember, we're looking at the total tool right here, taking a look at the market cap of altcoins here, excluding Bitcoin, obviously, and you can see that, yes, this work of accumulation pattern is really going well, man. I mean, I haven't seen anything like this in a long time, and you can see here that I was saying that once we start breaking these higher highs, what you see here, we are in for some price action, and the market is actually really looking good. I mean, just take a look at this. Everything really is in the green today, so that's pretty cool here on the market, and we are getting those indications. So Jasmy, yes, is poised for a huge move to the upside right here, and so maybe just 25% in the immediate short term may actually not be looking at all that great, but I think it actually has got like very big implications on this price, because we would have actually gone back to a specific price target, which is a major resistance here on the Jasmy price set, right? So I mean, this is the $0.008 range for the Jasmy price set, and it has a narrative behind it. Obviously, this is when Jasmy was putting innovations on, but then again, at the same time, we would have actually managed to complete this spike of accumulation pattern of with Jasmy is kind of trailing behind the rest of the market, because if you just take a look around the market, you can see, for example, here we've got RV, and it has already gone back to those levels and trying to even break above those levels one more time, right? You can even see here Theta, for example, Theta Network or Theta Coin is actually doing really well there. You also got an example of Neocoin, which has already gotten to those levels already, and we have already had coins like VeChain breaking those levels. Why they we also see things like Sia Coin and the rest of the this is basically where the rest of the market is, and I think Jasmy is going to trail a little bit behind. Obviously, I mean, this really doesn't have anything to do with the innovation zone or something like that. This is really how the market is usually worked. So in this market, there is something called jealousy capitulation. This is basically when you see everything else is really doing well, and your own coin is actually not really doing anything, and you decide to sell it, chasing those ones which have led. But I think that strategy is actually a losing strategy, because just in time your coin will also have this own opportunity, right? So I think this is the same thing that is going to happen with the Jasmy price right here. But as I was saying, that this wise actually has got big implications. Now we would have actually gone back and completed this falling wedge here, the backtest of the falling wedge, actually I should say. So would have completed it, because once we get back to this levels, where this is the confirmation that you need to know that we are going to the next level here of the falling wedge here, which is something like 4.5 cents thereabout. I mean, you can also stretch it to something like 9, 10, 11 cents thereabout. So these are the next price targets that we'll be looking at for Jasmy once we have a break and close above something like 0.008. dollars per Jasmy right there, right? But if you tuned into the video because you saw something like watch to $1.20 here, that's because we are looking at the Jasmy price chart as a whole, taking a look at the all-time price action of Jasmy here. Not really the best shot, but if you zoom in here, as I always do time and again, I mean, some people are already probably getting bored with this, but this is something that needs to be said time and again, right? So this is the Jasmy price chart you can see here. This is only fractal inside of the Jasmy price chart, and then we can actually be treating this thing as its own bear market because we've seen this structure time and again in markets. I'm going to give 3 examples, obviously, but as I always say, these are not the only examples that are there in the market. But here we have the first example with Cardano here, and as you can see already, they are striking similarities. This is basically the same thing, right? History repeating itself and treating the top of the, Jasmy price chart as something like 33 cents here, because you can see here, this is the top of the Cardano price chart. Also take a look at this. This is Ethereum as well, the king of altcoins, really behaving like Jasmy, right? So, I mean, I don't know really what that means, but, this is the same price action that you see here time and again. You can also take a look at NIOT. I just cherry picked these examples, obviously, with the best performers and the worst case performers. But you can see, for example, this is NEO, and you can see the same structure there as well. So basically what we've been using these structures up until this point is to kind of try to see how far we've got into the bear market, and also how high can we actually go, right, with this bear market. So that's why you hear me saying that, it's the number 1035 of the bear market. That's really because most of these, altcoins took something like 1,150 days. So that's why I say we are really getting closer to the completion of this bear market. And honestly, I really expect something like this to happen, right around January, February, March 2024, right? So here with the Cardano price chart, what we notice is that if we grab our Fibonacci adjustment tool from the very top here to the very bottom of the structure here, you can actually see Cardano doing something like a 2.618 fib extension level thereabouts. And if you take a look at the very best case scenario here with Ethereum, you can see Ethereum doing a 3.618 fib extension level there. Worst case scenario here was NEO, and it was actually doing something like a 702 Fibonacci adjustment level here. So if we come back to Jasmy, just looking at how the structures look and how similar they are, considering that almost all the altcoins were like this in the last bear market there, just the same with the Jasmy price that is. Some of them want to reach new all-time highs, some of them they really didn't do that. But then again, we have an opportunity here to draw the best case scenario and the worst case scenarios by the way. So taking a look at Jasmy here, worst case scenario, we are looking at 23 cents, which NEO did. So that's also, worst case scenario, but really one of the best case scenarios that we can have here with Jasmy. Looking at Cardano, which did the 2.618, we are looking at 86 cents for Jasmy. That's really, really cool. And the best case scenario, which is of course the most unlikely one, right? We are looking at Ethereum, which did something like, 3.618. 3.618 fib extension level is actually something like $1.24. Jasmy here. So, to each their own. These price targets are all reasonable from a chart perspective, but people have got different needs. Obviously, some people want $5 Jasmy, some people want $1 Jasmy, some people want 20 cents, some people want 10 cents, whatever. What I'm doing right here is I'm just presenting scenarios that would actually happen, and from a chart perspective, this is really, really something that is possible, right? But obviously, none of what I say is financial advice, and you should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say, all right? But if you like the content, don't forget to click tap the like button, share the video with your friends and family, and then I'll have to see you on the next one. Take good care of yourselves. Bye.